I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. Well, tonight, well, it's getting late, so it's time to cook something. And I have some lean ground beef, and I can't decide if I want quesadillas or nachos, but we're just gonna kind of play around and see where we end up. Because I'm just gonna add ingredients and see if it would be better in a quesadilla or on a nacho or whatever. So I hope you enjoy the video. I'm just going to bring you along as I add my ingredients and come up with a concoction, and hope you like the recipe. Meat. This is it doesn't matter what, you can use whatever meat you like. This is the meat I'm going to use, is 93.7. But I like to start heating my pan with a little olive oil, and I'm going to add, this is a red onion. I'm just going to add this first. I like to cook this a little bit before I add the meat. And you need the olive oil because the meat's going to have no fat in it. Try to get all of them out. So I'm just going to kind of season it as I go. I'm trying to watch the salt, so I don't know if I want quesadillas or nachos. That's why I am confused. But I'm just going to start browning this, and then I'm going to add the meat. And then I have some garlic. I'm not going to add all of this garlic, but I'm going to add quite a bit. And I'll be back. Onions are cooked quite a bit. I'm going to add my beef. I'll let it sit out just a little bit to get a little bit warmer, so it cooks faster. And I don't have one of those things that you can chop it up really fine. I really need one of those. I'll just have to use my spoon. I may have to turn my fire down a little bit or I'll burn this. I'm not sure how I'm going to season this yet. I'm going to cook this. Turn my fire down a little bit. And then I'll bring it up when I add the next ingredient. Almost cooked. I broke it up as fine as I could. So I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. Just use my finger. Sometimes I overdo it. Ella told me I overdid it the other day. But I chopped it up really fine. I've been practicing my knife skills. I'm not very good. That should be good. I love fresh garlic. I love the smell. I like chopping it. I don't like peeling it because it's sticky. I'm going to keep breaking this up. And I want it to get pretty brown. Put this back in my refrigerator. Oh, I spilled one. Turn this down just a little bit. Okay, now meat's brown pretty good. I'm going to add, this is a 25% less sodium, but it's still got a lot of sodium. I'm going to add, because we're going to make a cheese sauce, I'm going to add about half of the pack. And I'm going to add a little bit of beef stock, and I'm going to cook it a little bit down until basically until the beef stock evaporates. But it'll just give it more flavor. Just mix it in. And you can add more seasoning if you like. You could just put chili powder or whatever you like. I'm just going to cook this down. I like to get that beef flavor in there. And I'll turn the fire off. I like it so you can see just a tiny bit juicy and a little bit loose is what I like to call it. And we're going to move that over. And this is very hot, so I'm going to let this cool off a second. I'm going to make a little cheese sauce, and I'm going to be using, this is the best salsa I've ever had. Now, it's a little spicy for me. I used to be able to eat it a lot, but you can also put Rotel, but I'm going to try to use just a little bit of Velveeta and try to use some fresh grated cheese. But this is so good. And I'm going to leave some left over so I can put it on top. I'm also going to top it with some fresh, can you see that? Fresh jalapenos. And some lettuce. I like to add lettuce and stuff to cool off the heat, you know. And let's see if I can open this. There we go. Whoops. This salsa is from a restaurant that's one of the best Mexican restaurants I've ever had, but it's real popular here. It's called Casa Manana, and their food is outstanding. But now they sell their salsa in all the stores, and I just made a mess. but I'm gonna try this. I've never tried this before, where I add the cheese to it and see how it comes out. So let me get the cheese ready and heat up my salsa a little bit, and we'll return. I bought the Velveeta, and it comes in these little blocks. I think these are 4 ounces a piece. So I'm gonna add 1 for sure. I kind of add it as I go, and I melt it slowly because it will burn. But yeah, Velveeta is very salty. It's really good though. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna knock it because I enjoy it. So, but I don't eat it often because of the salt and the processed food. So we have some fresh grated cheese that we're also gonna add to this and make it better. I bought this. It's called Quesadilla cheese, and it is so good. It melts wonderfully. It's now my new favorite cheese, and I can only find it at Kroger. I saved the packet so I could show you. I'm gonna add another block. And you know, you can always adjust the salsa, or you can add milk or half and half to this to thin it out. Just whatever you like. Depends on how hot you like it, but you do want to melt this a little bit slow. This Velveeta is very soft. I'm making a mess. Can't get it out the pack. And this stuff will last forever in your cabinet. You don't even have to refrigerate it. Use my knife. Make sure I got all the foil off. I was eating my bananas. We like them a little bit on the green side.
Yeah.
Ellen, did you get the cheese out yet?
Mm-hmm.
So let me cut the camera off. I don't want this video to be too long. I'm gonna melt this, and I'll show you the consistency. I'm gonna melt it slowly. Now I want to start with just a couple of quesadillas. Like, if I can open them. I love these. They have a very good flavor. They don't have that raw flour taste. And you can make burritos or whatever you want to make. I really like beans, but I'm going to skip them this time. They're stuck together. I'm just going to take a little bit of meat. When they come out of the oven, I'm going to top them with the lettuce and the stuff like that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of meat on each one. I kind of want them like glued together. I like them. Oh, and I know you can use a potato masher for the meat, but I have a non-stick skillet, so it wouldn't. I don't want to scratch my skillet, so that's why I didn't use one. But I could eat this food every day. I know I've told you guys that, but I know it's not authentic. You know, I don't have any queso fresco, so I'm just gonna make these a little light, not too heavy, because I like to top them with the lettuce and stuff, which I don't know how I'm going to do for a video, but just mix it. I'm going to put a little cheese on top, like this. And you could really make this with beans and cheese and make it vegetarian. I love beans. I love black beans, refried beans, all that. And you could brush these, I guess, with a little bit of olive oil to make them. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add just a little bit of this cheese too. If I can break it apart. And I have my oven preheated to 400 convection. I'm hoping it'll crisp these up without me having to. I'm going to add just a couple of these. These are a little bit hot, but they're fresh, and I want to try them. I might be making a mistake. I'm just going to put one on top, and I'm going to press it down. Like this. And I'm just gonna put it in the oven and watch it. Probably shouldn't, it wouldn't take long. Oh, I hate when I spill on my stove. So I'll be back when I'm just gonna make a few nachos. I'm not very good at sprinkling it around, but because I don't have a lot of patience, I just kind of throw it on there. You can. That's one reason I had to do beans, because they fly all over the place. But I love to eat nachos, and I like to top them with the lettuce and tomato and sour cream and guacamole and peppers. You can crush these up and just make a taco salad too. And I even eat it cold out of the refrigerator the next day. I love it so much. I'm just going to throw all this on here because I'm going to wash this pan. And I don't mind if my chips get salty. I'm kind of gross. I like a lot of meat though, because you never need protein in my book. I need protein. Let me get that all off. Get this. I have a lot of dishes to wash. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of it. Or you could just sprinkle regular cheese over this, grated cheese, instead of the Velveeta sauce. I'm just showing you how we do it because, you know, everybody does it differently. Just try to get every chip. And I'm going to put these in the oven for just a couple of minutes too. Warm up the chips. That's enough cheese, I think. You want to try to coat every chip. If you get a little bit extra, that's okay. And you can save this for a dip for the next day. So I'll put these in the oven. And we'll top it with some good lettuce. These for about, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes. Now, you don't really have to bake. The pans are still hot, I'm sorry. This one. But I like the chips to just get a little bit crispier. And I wanted to show you, Ella made this. This is sour cream, guacamole, and pickled jalapeno peppers. These right here. We like to use these. So with the nachos, I like to take some lettuce, and I like to shred my lettuce. I like to do it with the quesadillas too, but I'm going to really do it with the nachos. And I like to just put it on top. You know, I like the coolness of the lettuce with the taste of the Mexican food. It just cools it off. I like it a lot like that. So I do that. And then I have fresh green onions. And if Ella liked tomatoes, I would definitely use a homegrown tomato. Ella, give me a tomato so I could show them what they look like. And green onions, I go a little crazy with green onions sometimes.
The big ones?
Yeah. This is the tomatoes. I might make one for myself. And I'm going to take some of this dip that Ella made. Oh, I just got it on my shirt. And I'm just going to just kind of like sprinkle it around like this. And you can just, you know, it's a messy supper, but it's really tasty. And then I also take this dip. I hope you can see this. And I cut these into triangles, or I quartered them, whatever you want to call it. And I like to dip those in the sauce. I'm going to take a couple of these. Uh-oh, we made it in a jar. Al, can you hand me a fork? Now, I have another jar. In the next jar, they're called hot. And Ella thinks she's all into spicy food lately. So I bought a jar of very hot ones. So we're going to see what happens. I'm not going to open them today because I'm going to make her eat on camera one day. But that's the next jar we have. I don't like when they put the end pieces in these jars. Does that aggravate you like it does me? Now, I can also put some of the salsa that I opened to cook the cheese with. But this is plenty of ingredients for me. So we're going to plate this up in some kind of way, and I'm going to do a taste test for you, and it's going to be delicious. I can't wait for supper. Yeah, here's our sample of the Mexican like we created today, or tonight. I like to put it, like I said, lettuce and kind of like break it up like kind of like a salad. And you can also add beans, which would be really good. It's kind of hard to eat. So, I could eat this every day. I already told you guys this, but I love it. Mmm. It's just the right amount of taco seasoning. It's not too salty because I didn't add the whole pack. And this, yeah, the Velveeta is very salty. But, you know, I tried to spread it out and I didn't use it all. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to create whatever Mexican dish your family enjoys. And Ella did a great job on this sour cream guacamole and pepper sauce. I mean, I'm going to eat it with this quesadilla. This was delicious. I just wanted to share how we do it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.